మాట్లాడి చెప్పండి వాళ్ళు సరిపోతుంది.
ఫేస్ కనపట్లేదా?
కనపడుతుంది మేడం. కుమార్ సార్ కనబడుతుంది మేడం. ఫేస్ కనబడుతుంది. మీరు ఎలా ఉంటుంది?
Good afternoon, everyone. Here we are facing some little problem with internet. So let us go through the small assessment regarding the face, scalp, and last class dural venous sinuses and parotid gland. See here, I am sharing some slides and consisting, you see, multiple choice questions. First question. So all of you read the question properly and write what is the option for that question. Only what is your duty, write what is the correct option on the white paper. And at the end, altogether here 29 questions are there. So you should write answers only for these 29 questions. At the end, I want to share the key paper. For 29 questions, I'll share key paper. Okay, are you ready? See the first question. Regarding the scalp, all are true except. Are you able to read? Regarding the scalp, all are true except its wounds bleed profusely. Its wounds gape if the epineurisis is cut. It has no sebaceous glands. And option D, its veins communicate with the intracranial venous sinuses. Option E, it contains a muscle of facial expression. You see here, all are true except. Have you finished? It's not visible. That's why I'm reading the options. Just you listen. The first question, not visible. Okay. See, I'll read out. Just you listen. Regarding the scalp, all are true except option A, its wounds bleed profusely. Option B, its wounds gape if the aponeurosis is cut. Option C, it has no sebaceous glands. Option D, its veins communicate with the intracranial venous sinuses. Option E, it contains a muscle of facial expression. Have you finished first question? Please write answer, any one of the option, because all are true, only one is false. So just write the answer. Okay. So you can take only 1 minute for one question. Completed? Right, next question. Second question. Choose one correct statement regarding the scalp. Option A. Again, I am repeating question. Choose one correct statement regarding the scalp. Option A. Its wounds gape if superficial fascia to aponeurosis. Its blood vessels and nerves lies in the loose areolar connective tissue. I am repeating. Option B. Its blood vessels and nerves, means whatever nerves and blood vessels supplying the scalp lie in the loose areolar connective tissue layer. Option C, its wounds do not bleed easily. Option D, bleeding beneath the periosteum, means pericranium, usually extends under its whole extent. Option E, its infection can spread through the emissary veins to the cranial cavity. See, the question is, choose one correct statement regarding the scalp. Right? Finished? Shall I go to the next? Please give me reply. Shall I continue? Okay, next question. Third question. The scalp is, what is scalp? So, option A, supplied by the great auricular nerve in front of the auricle. The scalp, you see, these are the few points regarding the scalp, just you choose. So what is that? Option A, supplied by the great auricular nerve in front of the auricle. Then option B, supplied by the supratrochlear and supraorbital arteries, branches of the facial artery. See, you should carefully listen. The option B is supplied by supratrochlear and supraorbital arteries, which are the branches of facial artery. Option given like that. Okay. Option C, supplied posteriorly by the greater occipital nerve from the ventral ramus of C2. See, option C, supplied posteriorly by the greater occipital nerve from the ventral ramus of C2. Option D, supplied behind the auricle by the lesser occipital nerve from the ventral ramus of C2. And option E, drained by supratrochlear and supraorbital veins, which unites to form the superior ophthalmic vein. I am repeating, option E, drained by supratrochlear and supraorbital veins, which unites to form the superior ophthalmic vein. Right? Finished? Question number 3. Have you completed? Please give me reply. Have you completed? Second option. Okay. B, supplied by supratrochlear and supraorbital arteries, branches of the facial artery. Okay, clear? Next, we'll go for the fourth option. Okay. I am repeating, fourth option, supplied behind the auricle by the lesser occipital nerve from the ventral ramus of C2. Okay. I'm going to fourth question. All of you see fourth question. Regarding the scalp, the following statements are true. I'm repeating, regarding the scalp, the following statements are true except option A, infection from the scalp, wounds can spread to the superior sagittal sinus. Infection from the scalp, which can spread to the superior sagittal sinus. Superior sagittal sinus means intracranial venous sinuses. So is there any chance to spread infection from the scalp to the superior sagittal sinus? That is the option A. Then coming to the option B, its blood vessels run in the loose subaponeurotic space. You see, I am repeating, its blood vessels means whatever blood vessels of the scalp. What he is giving, its blood vessels run in the loose subaponeurotic space. Is it clear? Second option. Then coming to the third option, its skin, superficial fascia and aponeurosis move as a one layer. Option C, its skin, superficial fascia and aponeurosis move as one layer. Then option D. Option D, frontal bellies of occipitofrontalis can corrugate skin of forehead. Frontal bellies of occipitofrontalis can corrugate skin of forehead. That is option D. Then coming to the option E, fifth option is occipital bellies are supplied by the facial nerve. So what is the question? Whatever, all the statements are true. Only one is false. Clear? Shall I go to the next one? Give me reply. Fourth one is completed. We'll go for the fifth question. Give me the reply. Okay. Now we'll go to the fifth question. See the fifth question. In which of the following layers of the scalp does infection tend to spread? Means from which layer of the scalp the infection is spreading? That is the question. So options are, option A is skin, option B is connective tissue layer, option C is aponeurotic layer, option D loose areolar tissue layer, option E periosteal layer. He has given all 5 layers as 5 options. Okay, so you have to choose one of the, means which is the layer can spread the infection from the scalp to the intracranial venous sinuses. Right? Completed fifth question. Okay. Next, we'll go for the sixth question. See, bleeding beneath the pericranium of the scalp. So it is very important. What is the fifth? Once repeat question. Fifth one. Fifth question is, again I am repeating the question fifth. In which of the following layers of the scalp does infection tend to spread? Means which layer is responsible for the spreading of the infection, right? From the scalp. Okay. So options are all the 5 layers. So out of 5 you have to choose which is the correct answer. Next, going to the sixth question. All of you go to the sixth question. Is it visible? Now you go through the question. See, question number 6 is bleeding beneath the pericranium of the scalp. So if there is any hematoma beneath the pericranium, so just you choose any one of the answer. Option A, spreads underneath all the scalp. Option A, spreads underneath all the scalp. Option B, makes a swelling that takes the shape of the underlying bone. Option B, makes a swelling that takes the shape of the underlying bone. Then option C, reaches to the upper eyelids. Option C, reaches to the upper eyelids. Then option D, reaches to the back of the neck. Option E, reaches the extradural space. So out of these 5, which is the correct answer? Have we completed? Sixth question. See, just you write the answer, then you are choosing one option, means for what purpose, means what is the reason you are choosing this option. Just you write in one sentence, write the answer. Have you completed sixth one? Okay, next we'll go for the 7th question. See the 7th question. The plane of movement of the scalp is between. The plane of movement of the scalp is between. What is the meaning of question? You can move the scalp, right? So on which plane it is moving? Option A, skin and epicranial aponeurosis. Means plane, what is the meaning here? The option A, between skin and epicranial aponeurosis. Then option B, epicranial aponeurosis and pericranium. Option C, skin and subcutaneous fat. Option D, pericranium and skull. Option E, none of the above. Have you appreciated all the 5 options? Completed? Please give me reply. Have you finished 7th question? Okay, we'll go for the next question. 8th question. Listen, the large blood vessels of the scalp run in the large blood vessels, means whatever great vessels of the scalp run in the option A, skin, option B, subcutaneous tissue, option C, epicranial aponeurosis, option D, subaponeurotic tissue, Option E, pericranium. So again, he has given all the 5 layers. So in which layer you can identify all the great vessels of the scalp? That is a question. Okay, simple means you have to know now. We'll ask tougher questions. So is this? Okay, I'll ask you some tough questions, right? So what is that 8th question? Large blood vessels run in the scalp. So which layer? Now we'll go for the 9th question. Which of the following nerves supplying the scalp and face is not derived from the trigeminal nerve? Okay, funny, right? We'll go for the next question. Which of the following nerves supplying the scalp and face is not derived from the trigeminal nerve, right? The first option is great auricular nerve. Option B, auriculotemporal nerve. Option C, zygomatic-temporal nerve. Option D, infraorbital. Option E, supratrochlear. Right? Have you appreciated all the 5? So just choose one of the answer, right? 9th question, which nerve supplying the face and the scalp, but it is not derived from the trigeminal nerve. Right. Next, going to the 10th question. The muscle of the scalp is innervated by. The muscle of the scalp is innervated by. Option A, trigeminal nerve. Option B, great auricular. Option C, lesser occipital. Option D, greater occipital. Option E, facial. Right? Option A, trigeminal. Option B, greater auricular. Option C, lesser occipital. Option D, greater occipital. Then option E is the facial. Next, we'll go for the 11th question. All of you read 11th question. Regarding muscles of facial expression, all are true except muscles. You saw from here onwards the questions on face, right? So regarding the muscles of facial expression, all are true except option A. Levator labii superioris can elevate the lower lip. Levator labii superioris can elevate the lower lip. Option B, risorius as a dilator of lips. Option C, procedus produces horizontal wrinkles at root of the nose. Option D, frontalis produces horizontal wrinkles of the skin on forehead. Option E, corrugator supercilii produces vertical wrinkles in the skin of the forehead. So all are correct, which is false. You should choose. Next, we'll go for the 12th question. Which of the following muscles can produce transverse wrinkles in the forehead? Which of the following muscles can produce transverse wrinkles in the forehead? Option A, corrugator supercilii. Option B, frontalis. Option C, orbicularis oculi. Option D, zygomaticus minor. Option E, none of the above. Next is a very easy question. So we'll go to the 13th question. All of the following regarding orbicularis oris muscle is correct. I'm repeating. All of the following regarding orbicularis oris muscle is correct except option A, it is a muscle of facial expression. Option B, it's supplied by facial nerve. Option C, its fibers forms complete circles around the mouth. Option D, it can close the oral fissure. Option E, it helps in speech. Right? That is the 13th question. Then we'll go for the 14th question. The buccinator. 14th question is buccinator. Option A, it is one of the muscle of mastication. Option B, it is supplied by buccal branch of mandibular nerve. Option C, arises from both mandible and maxilla. Option D, it is covered by investing layer of fascia. Option E, accumulates food in vestibule of the mouth. That's 14th question. Next, 15th question. Regarding buccinator muscle, all of the following statements are true except. So it is repeated, I think. but some options are different. Must you see? Option A, it arises from both maxilla and mandible. Option B, the pterygomandibular raphe is a common origin for this muscle and the middle constrictor. Option C, its middle fibers decussate at the modulus. Option D, it is covered by buccopharyngeal fascia. Option E, it compresses the cheeks against the teeth. Choose one of the answer. ఇంకా ఉంది టైం అయిపోతుందా అదా పర్వాలేదు ఇది వాళ్ళు ఆన్సర్ చేసేస్తే తర్వాత లాస్ట్ లో నేను స్టాప్ షేర్ పెట్టేస్తే అయిపోతుంది ఓకే హ్యావ్ యు కంప్లీటెడ్ హూ ఇస్ దిస్ but you see all questions are okay. So these are the multiple choice questions. I want to tell you one thing. See all these questions multiple choice. So you can write in a single sentence answer, right? We'll discuss the answers. But it is not that much easy, Amma. So I want to give you the key also. So just all the slides I want to share with you and including the what is that key also. Then finally, regarding all the 4 classes in this week, we have covered scalp, face, dural venous sinuses, parotid gland. All are, you see, 4 important questions for SS. So I have prepared, sir and myself, Nagbhushan sir and myself prepared some questions and I want to share with you. Okay. No need of key. Why? Okay, we'll see. But time is not there. So I want to share all these slides. Just you go through all the questions. First you answer by your own. Then finally you verify the key, right? And some altogether 15 questions we have prepared regarding these all 4 classes, right? Okay. At the end of session, we'll share all these slides. 1 minute. క్లాస్ అయిపోయింది మేడం 1 అయిపోయింది మెసేజ్ పెడుతున్నా ఇది మీ ఆన్సర్ అవ్వలేదు ఆన్సర్ అంటే నేను కొన్ని అడిగాను చెప్పాలి అన్నమాట వాళ్ళు సో క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని వాళ్ళకి షేర్ చేసి ఇస్తానని చెప్పాను నేను ఓకే గిరీష్ So actually all these 29 questions are important. If you read and write all these 29 questions, you can clear the face and scalp, right? So first you read all the what is that? Important points and everything, then you answer. And some of you answering, the questions are very easy. Questions are easy, but if you read all these choice, means options, will be confused, right? So first you read all the options, then you answer. So time is not there, that's why I want to share all these questions. So please, all of you, read all the questions, first you answer, finally see the key. Okay? Share చేసేద్దాం. Okay, thank you. మరియు మెసేజ్ పెడుతున్నారు మరియు టైం అయిపోయింది క్లాస్ లో చెప్పండి అది కూడా పెట్టి షేర్ చేసేద్దాం నేను షేర్ చేసేస్తాను మీరు షేర్ చేస్తారు ఆల్రెడీ మీది అయిపోయింది నాది ఇంకా కొన్ని ఉంది ఇది పైకి ఓన్లీ పీపీటీ లాగా దీన్ని షేర్ చేయాలన్నా అది చేయలేం మేడం జస్ట్ ఫైల్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అని ఉంటది చూస్తాను ఒకసారి అది చేయండి సార్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కొన్ని వేరే మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ పెట్టాను. వాళ్ళైతే మేడం చాలా ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి మేడం.
ఇది ఆయన క్వశ్చన్స్ మేడం.
ఇవి ఆయన క్వశ్చన్స్
ఇది
అలా వేరే వేరే షేర్ చేస్తాను.
ఇది కూడా పంపించేస్తాను. లేదు ఇది నా 7 క్వశ్చన్ లేదు రాసుకుంటారు లేదా ఇది కూడా షేర్ చేసామంటారు.
ఇక్కడ కాపీ చేసి మన దాంట్లో పెట్టడం ఉంది వర్డ్.
ఆల్రెడీ కాపీ చేసి వర్డ్ లోనే
ఉంది కదా చేసింది.
ఇది కాసేపు ఉండి ఆపేద్దాం మేడం. షేర్ చేసి ఇంకా క్లాస్
అయితే కొమ్మర్ గారికి ఒక మాట చెప్పి